Get Genesis 41 and 48. Because Deuteronomy 28:17 said, "Curse shall be thy basket and thy sword." And get Haggai 1 and 6, because your basket and your store is basically your savings. All right? Because when you go into that word, I think store, when you go into it in the Hebrew, is either basket or store. It goes into, when you go into it, it means the remainder, or like what you got left over. So when you got, you know, when you pay your bills and you do everything you're supposed to do, you got some money left over. Sometimes you might, you know what, I'm gonna have a little fun, or sometimes, you know what, I'm gonna put that up for a rainy day just in case. Yeah. So the Lord saying, "Curse shall be thy basket and thy store." So 48, Genesis 41 and 48. Right. You got Haggai 1 and 6?
I'm getting it now.
I got 41.
Con.
This is Genesis chapter 41, verse 48. It says, "And he gathered all of the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities."
Right.
It says, "And the food of the field which was round about every city laid up the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much, until he left numbering.
Right.
For it was without number. And unto Joseph were born 2 sons, and the year of a famine came."
Right.
It says, and Ashtaroth, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of On, bare unto him.
Right.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for God said, "He hath made me forget all my turmoil,
Right. Toil. Right.
It says, "In all my father's house." And the name of the second called he Ephraim, for Yahweh hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
So the point was 48. So like, can we read it again?
It says, "And he gathered all of the food of the 7 years."
Because when you read that account, if you're familiar with Joseph, you know Joseph used to, through the Spirit of the Lord.
You know, it's like Daniel. Like God gave Daniel the power to interpret dreams.
Right.
They tell you what a dream means.
Right. Right.
Power.
Exactly.
That's what gave me good fears. Gave me good graces with Pharaoh.
Right.
And I think Joseph too.
Right.
Yeah, Joseph and Daniel.
Right.
He gave them the power. They like if I have a dream, he can tell me what the dream means.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Pharaoh had a dream that it was 7 fat cows and 7 skinny cows came and ate the 7 fat cows. So through the Spirit of the Lord, Joseph interpreted it as, well, you're gonna have 7 good years.
Right.
Plentiful years.
Right. And then you're gonna have 7 years of famine. So to combat that, what he did was he stored up the food. So when it came, when the bad time came, he would be able to deal with it. So read Haggai 1 and 6.
It's Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. "Ye have sown much and bring in little."
So our people work hard, but they ain't got nothing to show for it. You got people 68, 70 years old still working a job. You got people still working and don't own their car, don't own their house. So the Lord said, you have sown much, so you have worked much. But go ahead.
"And bring in little.
Right.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Right.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Right.
And he that earn wages
So he that earn wages, you making your money, you bringing your check. Go ahead.
And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes."
So right, so it's like if you got all your money in a bag and the bag got holes in it, then that means your money falling out. So that's what that's how our life is. We work much, but we ain't got nothing to show for it. We earning wages, like we even got sayings for it. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. You've been working overtime, you've been working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, but then soon as a disaster happens, soon as something happens, there go your savings, and now you back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American is always back to the drawing board. You save up, you might be saving up, you know, it might be doing good. Then something happens, and then like one of the examples, dang, I had an example for this point.
I got an analogy.
Go ahead.
In Gary, Indiana, you have a lot of factories, all right? May not look like it, but if you pass by a lot of these highways, you got Schneider, you got Granger, you got a lot of factories, all right? But who all working there? White people.
Yeah, right,
You know,
pretty much.
pretty much. People are nice. They don't stay in Gary. They stay in Portage. They stay in Crown Point. They stay in Valparaiso. They come to Gary to work, but people in Gary go out there to work in these in factories, man. Because I did it. I worked in Portage, and people from Portage coming out here to work and make $15, $17 an hour. I'm sitting here like, why can't I get one of them jobs? That's right next door to my house, you know.
I used to work in Youngstown in 1974. You know, I was 17. You know, East Chicago, Youngstown Sheet 2 Steel.
East Chicago's one too. The steel mill.
Right.
My girl's from Chicago.
Right inland,
And she, right around Inland, she was like, you know what? A lot of people that don't even live out here work at Inland.
Right, yeah.
She said, my grandma tried to get in there, but they don't let people in East Chicago work there, you know? They don't let them work there because...
They done changed the name, though. Right. It ain't Youngstown Sheeting 2 no more. I think it's another name, though.
Yeah.
But back then, it's 1974, Youngstown Sheeting 2. And I was working there.
That's right, because I'm like, you know,
Inland they right behind each other. You know, Inland Seal's right there.
Yeah, but you get it though. Like you got good jobs out here, but people out in the city, the poor city, can't work there. You know, so cursed out shall be. You know, you work hard and you earn little wages because they don't pay you enough. They make. I used to work for a place not too long ago making $750 an hour.
Oh yeah.
That's $200. That's $250 a week. That's $800 a month.
That's right.
These white people getting $800 a week. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, more and more.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, man. It depends on the kind of position they got.
With no education, none of the things that they say we must have.
Even Donald Trump said out of his own mouth that I don't see how people can live on minimum wage. So what's that telling you? Nigga, raise it. You know? You cannot live on $100 and $250 a week.
Well, see, Donald Trump, his father, that was his father's money. His father gave him all that.
Yeah.
His first $1 million?
Yeah. His father built that, not him.
Not it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish that Haggai.
Right.
Haggai 1:6 says, ye shall sow much and bring in
I
little.
remember the point I was saying. It's like, let's say you saving up and everything, and let's say you get a ticket. Now, you get a ticket, that just threw a wrench in your whole everything.
Yep.
See, a lot of the so-called prosperous people in the world, they don't be like that. You know, they get a little ticket or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, man, you know. But us, the children of the Lord, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you going to work, taking care of your family, paying your bills, trying to save up a little money for a second car or vacation or whatever. You get a ticket, that'll mess up your whole thing.
Or your car broke, so you gotta make it.
Oh yeah, something happened with your vehicle. You need, hey, just get a new tire.
4 new tires. That'd be $500, $600.
Especially the way prices is now, that shit is high, man. Everything with them.
Right.
But yeah. So we understand, you sow much and bring in little. We all live that because the curses apply to us, you know. Now that don't apply to the so-called white Jews. It's even a stereotype now. Stereotypes come from the majority truth, you know. They borrow money, you know, the so-called Jewish people. It goes on to say, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe, but you clothe, but there is none warm. And ye that earn wages to put into a bag of holes. So you don't have enough no matter what you do, no matter what you do. Even if you're making so-called boo-boo bucks, big bucks, you still don't got enough.
Oh yeah.
You know? Did you have something up?
Go to Psalm 49 and 11. Right.
Psalms 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yeah, these the so-called white people. They think that their houses shall continue forever. Go ahead.
It says forever, that their dwelling places to all generations.
Yeah, that their dwelling places, like they even name them. This is the Manor Ranch, or this is the such and such, or like Randolph Hearst. This is the Hearst Estate.
Or even Sam's Club, and Walmart, Menards.
You know, DuPont.
The DuPont.
Yeah, all them big billionaires.
Right.
The other dude, what's his name?
Rothschild.
Rothschild and the other cat.
Morgan.
Yeah, him.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, all them. Yeah.
Rockefeller.
Big shot. Yeah,
Right,
all them.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Billionaires.
And they got enough money to pay off.
Trillionaires.
Trillionaires.
They got enough money.
$100 trillion.
Yeah.
$200 trillion.
Right.
They so-called got enough money to pay off the so-called world's debt 3 times.
They got money. They can buy this whole little city.
Yeah,
Right.
3 times. 3, 4 times.
That's like here. What we said. They can buy this whole city.
Yep. Yep. That's right.
It says, since they call their lands after their own names.
Yeah, they name them because when you read in the Bible, the lands was named after the people. Like I'm an Israelite, I stay in the land of Israel.
Right.
I'm a Moabite, I stay in the land of Moab.
Right.
But they call lands after their own names. Now, you know, America was named after an individual. America was named after a man by the name of Amerigo Vespucci.
Well, you know, Washington, D.C.
Right.
Okay, District of Columbia.
Right.
You know where that where the District of Columbia come from?
No.
It comes from Benjamin Banneker. See, now, Benjamin Banneker, in the 17th century, you know, he was a mathematician, he was a clockmaker,
Right,
he was
right.
an architect.
Right.
He invented too.
Yeah, and he
invented
helped. He needed help with the wall clocks, you know, Caucasian, and they designed, you know, Washington D.C.
Right, right.
So Washington, they named after George Washington, the first president.
Yeah.
But the District of Columbia, that's Benjamin Banneker's. I think it was his uncle. His uncle was named Columbia. That's why they say District of
I'm
Columbia.
gonna have to look into
So you get it. They name things after themselves.
Yeah,
You know.
after Benjamin Banneker's uncle. I think one of his uncles named Columbia.
Right.
That's right.
That's what the Columbia comes.
Right.
Even so-called things that they got, even their businesses. You know, Walmart is the actual name of a man. Sam, at Sam's Club or Walmart. You know.
He designed him and Walcott, Benjamin Banneker and Walcott designed Washington D.C. They designed that.
Oh, okay. That could explain why those like got pentagrams in the actual shape of
Benjamin Banneker
it.
is black.
Oh.
He was a clockmaker. He was a mathematician. He was an architect. You
He
know.
invented a lot of things.
Right, right,
It's a number
right,
of things.
right,
I think
yeah.
more than 10. He was in that book, Black Inventors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, kind of at the house.
Very, very
Yeah.
Read.
Verse 12, it says, nevertheless, men being honored abide not. He is like the beast that perish.
So though they're in honor right now, they're not gonna remain in honor. Go ahead.
It says this their way is their folly.
Right.
Yet their posterity approve their saying.
So it said this their way is their folly. Get Psalm 9 and get the last verse.
I got it.
Because it said this their way is their folly. Now they've been teaching us our way. Their way. Their way is live life according to what they say. Go to school, do the best you can to get an education. But not just an education, get their particular education. Because we're not against knowledge and understanding, but the knowledge and understanding that you learn in their schools is not true knowledge and understanding. It's just teaching you how to be a nice little obedient
American.
Right.
What was it? David Rothschild said? He said, I don't want a
Nation of thinkers.
nation of thinkers.
I want a nation of workers.
Right. So what? They'll teach you. That's why you go to school to do what? Do how to do according to your job.
Right.
You know, they don't want you to learn nothing outside of that. That's why they teach you what? Civilization started with the Greeks.
Right.
You know, how to do a specific type of carpentry, how to do a specific type of mechanics, because they don't want you to learn nothing about your type of history, learning a different language, unless it's going to benefit them.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Read that part over in Psalm and then get that.
Psalm 9.
This their way is their folly.
It says this their way is their folly.
Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 9, verse 20. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know
Read
themselves.
the verse up. Read the verse up from there.
Psalms 9 and 19. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail.
So the Lord saying, let not man prevail. You got these people got their own way, their own system, which says correct. And when you look at it, you will see it seems like they winning. And they is winning right now, so it seems, but the Lord got him in the trick bag. So David praying, he's saying, let them not prevail. Go ahead.
Let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thine sight.
Let the heathen is anybody that's not an Israelite. Anybody that's not a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. So that includes the Asians, that includes the Africans, because we're not African. That's just something we've been taught.
In other words, they know like an animal, you know, like a heathen, you know.
Right,
you
right.
Call them an animal.
Right.
Actually.
Exactly.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, in reality.
In reality,
Yeah.
Just the Africans, the white people,
Yeah.
the East Indians, the Hawaiian people,
the Hawaiians,
the Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, all of
all of them.
these, speak of.
Vietnamese,
the Russians, all of them. All the people that's not a so-called Negro, so-called Latino and Latin tribes, the so-called Native American and the Native American tribes, they are the Israelites, and if they don't come from them people I just named, they're heathens. And the brother said like Africans, just because we have darker skin, and if really I don't understand it, because you won't call the Chinese and Japanese the same type of people, and they look exactly the same.
They look more alike than we look African, but you differentiate them.
Right.
You got all of them. You got the Vietnamese. You got the Taiwan. You got
Philippines.
The Philippines, but they look more alike than us and Africans.
Chinese,
but they get their own distinction.
Right. Exactly.
Mongolians.
Let me ask you this: what's the difference between a red apple and a tomato?
Red apple and tomato.
They both red.
They both red.
They both got seeds.
They both got a stem at the top.
One is a fruit and one is a vegetable.
That's the point.
I mean, that's the point,
That's
right?
the point.
You can tell literally what's the difference. That's us in Africa, man.
It's a difference.
It's a difference, man. Just because they both red, just because they both got seeds in it, just because they both got a stem at the top, doesn't make them the same exact fruit or vegetable.
Right.
You know?
Like, what's the difference between spinach and collard greens? They both green. They both leafy.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
It's a difference,
Be
man.
good, too.
You know?
I love them green.
There's some turkey tails in that.
Pork wasn't a customer of us to eat, man.
Right.
Now I got a precept for that.
Go ahead.
All right, it says
I'm gonna step back down the way there, man. I'm just gonna step down and hang out a little bit.
All right,
Man, you take it easy, all right?
Hey man, I saw y'all here a little while back, man. I'm gonna start coming when I see you. I'm gonna come up here, we can talk some more, man.
All right, that's cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you some things I know.
All right.
What's up? What's up?
what did you say? I'm gonna go. We gotta look into that. What did you say? You said his name was what?
Benjamin Banneker.
Benjamin Banneker in Columbia.
Washington.
Yeah, him and the white dude Walcott.
Right. Okay.
They designed, Washington.
Now I looked that up. I just want to know that. Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Every Sunday.
Hopefully, Lord willing, we'll be back next Sunday.
Oh, every Sunday. Okay, I'll be here.
All right.
What's up?
Yep.
I went to get a precept because he said we different from the Africans.
It was cool, yeah, I fought to.
No, that's not the one. It's actually two
Exodus.
of them. It's two of them. It says for our women are not like the Egyptian
One in
women.
19.
1 in 19, but then it's another one that said I do put a difference between
Egyptian women in the
11 and 7.
11 and 7. That's what it is. To not a dog move its tongue.
Did 11 and 7 first.
11 and 7. All right, it is. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. It says, but against the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue.
Now see, this is another scripture where the Lord is likening the other nations as less than. Now you got the scripture in Isaiah, which said they are as a drop of a bucket, right? The other nations. Then you got the scripture in Esdras, which says the other nations are like spit.
And you got the one he just read. He's like, he is like the beasts that perish.
Yep.
You know.
And then you got this one that said the Lord called them dogs.
Yep.
Now he wasn't talking about a, Fido, literally.
Or a loyal, or because Caleb means dog. He wasn't talking about the characteristics. He was talking about literal. You a beast, man.
The Egyptians.
You a beast. It says, but against the children of Israel shall not a dog move its tongue.
So you're not going to be speaking against us. Go ahead.
Against man or beast.
So and none of the things we own.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between Egyptians and Israel.
So we not African.
Basically.
All right. The Lord put a difference because according to the Bible, your heritage is determined by your father, the seed of your father, not by your skin color or not by your location on the map. That doesn't determine, because if my father and mother is Mexican and I'm born in Australia, am I Australian or am I Mexican born in Australia? My nationality would be Mexican, but my citizenship would be Australian. Just like Paul. Wasn't Paul a Roman citizen? But what did he say? I am an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. Yeah. So my bloodline, my nation that I'm from is the tribe of Benjamin from the nation of Israel.
That's right.
But the country that I got citizenship is Rome.
Now that's simple.
This will line up perfectly with the Psalm 9 and 17. Psalm, you was a Psalm, but I want you to read a verse.
And they knew that when we were in slavery. That's how they can tell the difference between African and us, man. How do they know for the fact that they didn't take a couple Africans? If they was just gathering up black people.
Customs.
Customs, traditions, the way we stood, the way we present ourselves, you know. Custom Africans knew, oh, those the Israelites over there. Because we all dwelled amongst each other.
Probably look better, more heavy.
Yeah.